What's up everybody, it's I.D.K. here with a quick video for y'all, and today I want to show you guys how to create a simple pluck inside of Omnisphere 2, and I'm actually going to show you guys how to navigate through some of these menus as well. So let's get into it. Now I have a really basic MIDI pattern going on here. I'll go ahead and play this for you guys. This is Omnisphere 2 in its default setting. And yeah, let's just quickly run through some of these things and try to create the sound that we want. So what I'm gonna do first is jump into the synth menu in oscillator A or oscillator 1. If you're unfamiliar with Omnisphere 2, Omnisphere comes with 2 oscillators, A and B, as well as 8 different patches that you could run simultaneously using their multi-feature. But that's a different tutorial. For now, let's hop in here, and I actually like to use the sine wave. It's simple, you can hear what's going on. So I'll play this loop again, and then we'll start changing some of these parameters. For this pluck, I like to take the sustain and attack all the way down and just lift that release just a tad. I'll bring this DK down as well, but not down to 0. So that sounds pretty cool. Filter. Let's see. Yeah, filter will do the same. So we'll try to mimic what we did in the amplitude tab of the envelopes. Okay, cool. So from here, let's open up the oscillator menu by hitting the magnifying glass. And the main page is actually what we see here, right? So we have the shape, symmetry, and hard sync. And when we are in zoom mode, we actually get the same things here, as well as the transpose, coarse, and fine. I'm not going to mess around with this right now. We'll just head over to Unison and turn this thing on. You can hear what is going to happen. And then I will just adjust the depth just a bit and adjust the spread just a little bit too, and add some detune in here. Okay, cool. So right now, sounding pretty cool. There's still a lot we can do. Let's add a filter in here. Let's add a low pass filter. We'll run with this one. And let's adjust this cutoff knob. Actually, the really cool thing about Omnisphere 2 is that we have the ability to modulate a ton of stuff. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modulate this cutoff filter. And it's real simple. All you got to do is right click on that knob, go down to modulate, and you have various amounts of options here. I just modulate with LFO every time. I don't really mess around with modulating with the envelope or the velocity or even the wheel. But anyways, let's get this going. that sounds pretty cool. So here it is on, here it is off. On, off. Cool. So that's sounding all right. I think you can use a little grit to it. And just by adding the slightest bit of hard sync, we can actually get that grittier sound out of this sine wave. Cool. Next, let's add oscillator B, or oscillator 2. And I'm gonna make sure that it's turned on first. So I'm gonna do this real quick. We'll A/B this. So here it is with just one oscillator. Okay, and here it is again with both oscillators. Okay, now what I'm gonna do with oscillator B is mimic all of the settings, all of the envelope settings for the amplitude and filter. So an easy way to do that is heading over to A and then clicking on copy envelope preset, and then back to B, and then we'll just paste envelope preset, and all that changes. And I will go ahead and do that for the filter. Okay, and let's actually get this low pass filter going on as well. And I will also modulate this with LFO 1, which is the same LFO that's modulating oscillator 1 or A. Okay, so let's hear what this sounds like real quick. Sounds good. Let's change this to a triangle. And then let's just switch up the shape of this a little bit. That's a little too much. Okay. And then we'll jump into our unison tab again. And let's have a listen while we adjust these faders. Sounds cool. And another cool feature inside of the unison tab is this octave parameter. So what this does is it'll tune. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but based on what I hear, it'll tune this oscillator. It'll tune this oscillator an octave down or two, or an octave up or two, depending on what you choose. So let's just hear it, and then I'll filter through these options here, and then you guys can hear what's going on. So right now it's set to 0. I'll move it down an octave. That actually sounds pretty dope, so I'm gonna just keep it like that. Hopefully you guys got the picture though. Like if we change it to, it'll go an octave up, right? Back down to 0, and then down 1 octave. So far this is sounding pretty cool. The next thing I like to do is head over to my effects tab, and in here, A corresponds to A, B corresponds to B, or oscillator B, and common houses both oscillators. And for this example, we'll stay in common, and the very first thing that I do when creating a pluck is adding some reverb to it. So I'll hit Pro Reverb. We'll just play this. I'll bring the mix down to 0 so you guys can hear what's going on. That sounds cool. I will lower the low shelf. here it is off, here it is on, off, and on. I'll just lower this a little bit, it's a bit much. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else from here is all experimentation, so, you know, maybe you want to right click and modulate the hard sync with an LFO. Give it a try. Maybe you want to increase the release or something. I mean, it's really all preference from here, and what sounds you like to hear. So I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick tutorial. I'll definitely have more videos that go into depth with Omnisphere 2. And yeah, if you guys liked it and learned something, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. Say what's up down below. All right, guys. Till next time. Peace.